Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. Happy Saturday. Oh, I feel like this week has been extra draining. I don't even know like all that was going on. Work has been all over the place. Um, yeah. So, yeah. I think what it is I've been having Monday meetings and I don't normally work on a Monday. Right. So I normally put in like 410s on Tuesday through Friday because that's just my preferred days. But like I've been having work meetings on Monday and some extra work. And, I don't mind the overtime, but yeah, it makes the week feel a little bit longer. Right. Oh, all right. What do we have in game news? Well, there's been a few things. All right, let me adjust some of this. All right, I think we're good. There's a game called Mecha Chameleon, right? I thoroughly enjoy it. I know both, and Jeepin does as well. She actually streamed it last night, I think we had like maybe six people on her stream playing, and it was a lot of fun. But from what I can tell, the game was developed in only a couple months, right? And has already sold like 10 million copies, right? Yeah. Mecha Chameleon has officially surpassed 10 million copies in 16 days. Solo dev, well, almost solo, created by two developers over the course of like 2 months. Yeah. So that's great. That's a lot, right? And but it's a lot of fun, right? If you've never done like a prop hunt style game, it's worth it. You just need a couple people to play. Although I think you can join live games. Outside of that, the other game, GTA 6, right? In the first day, had about estimated somewhere between 39 to 50 million pre-orders. That's like $3 billion in revenue. Yeah. I know so many people are like excited and waiting for this game. And I think it had like three different versions you could buy. But if you buy the low one, you really miss out on apparently a lot of the content. So, yeah. That's kind of it. And what else did I play this week? Oh, yeah. No Man's Sky. For those that enjoy that game. The new Expedition is out. And let me see if I forget where the page is. So let's go here, and I think it is fine. Yeah. Launch. I'm trying to remember what the new one is. I want to go do it. I'm going like it's already started, so it's like 2 weeks in, but you get 4 more weeks to be able to get through it. The Swarm. That's it. So the Swarm is the newest one. You get some really, really cool armor with it, along with some other stuff, as they always do with Expeditions. So I'm really looking forward to being able to go in and play that. Let's see if I can find. Here we are. Yeah, so the swarm, right? More of the sentinels and everything else, and it just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to play on this expedition. And it already, because I already started it a couple of days ago, starts off totally different, right? But then, like, you get to go find your ship, and you got to rebuild it, which is the normal stuff. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to go through and continue it. And they keep putting this out there. By the way, they keep putting out Light No Fire trailers, but there's no word on when this game is coming out. And this is the game I have been waiting for since the very first announcement. So, I guess we'll see how it goes, right? All right. Outside of that, don't forget you can come in and join the web whiteboard. I don't know. I like this thing. I use it a lot for just random drawing, right? You don't have to sign up. You can just join. You can do random drawings, or when we get to it, you can do come in and help with the game design. You can see stuff that we're working on. It's a lot of fun. But the link for it's at the top of the chat. All right. Well, I think that was it. I was looking through some of the free games right now. There are a couple good nice ones out there. Yeah. But I think that's it. I think we'll drop over into our dev stream. There we are. All right. I'm going to run the game. I'm going to show the stuff that I've done this week. It took me all week to figure this out. I don't know what it just does. But, you know. I spent the week trying to work on a battle tutorial, right? All right, there it is. And hold on, let me move this just a little bit on here. There we are. All right. So, the tutorial, right? What I worked on, and we'll just go straight into it, was a battle tutorial. You come in, you go into the battle, and the very first one you do has a tutorial to it, where it points out the character panel for you and the companion, hit points, action points, and experience, right? And then you hit space to go to the next one, and it shows you the current turns. This shows your turn order. You can hover over an icon to see which enemy is what, right? And then it takes you down to the bottom left, which is choose an action here. You know, you click action, click light attack, you press E, right? To continue and watch your action points. Then it takes you up to focus. Keep in the green for positive modifiers and red your winded negative modifiers. And that was kind of it. Not a whole lot, but it did, like I said, it took me the week to do it. I feel like I didn't work on things as much as I normally do this week, but yeah. And then I think I got it. So here, let's get through this. All right. All right. So when you finish like a round of the battle, you can. There is a chance a chest is dropping. That's it. It opens, makes a little bit of noise, and then has like some coins and that kind of stuff. And then it goes into your inventory. So right now, inventory needs to be worked on a little bit. We'll probably do that today, where I'm going to move these as well. We're going to put them up here. So, yeah. All right, let's do this. I want to grab this. And I heard a Sophie treat. Before I forget, let me put this in here just so we have it. There we are. And who was the Sophie treat one? Flames. Good morning. Good day. How are you doing? All right, Sophie, you ready? All right, switch over to the Sophie camera. She appreciates it. Though, so Flames, those videos, the one wheel stuff you do, that's cool. I always worry. I'm like, I don't know if I have the balance for it, but it would probably take me a little bit. I would probably fall a bunch, but you know. Not much going on today. Your usual game was canceled. Gotcha. Are you having like a heat wave where like everybody else is? It just seems hot, like everywhere. All right. Let's go into inventory. Let's go down to here. Yeah. I mean, this is like for us, this is our normal temperatures, but it's still hot. Up to 30, which is rough for you. Yeah. That's even rough here. Right. So on average, we're about 95. So 35. Right. On this part of the States. Right. I'm over in the Southwest, so we're more desert, that kind of stuff. It gets hot. We've had a couple days where it was 100. Southie here has hit 110. So up to 43. But yeah. So what's 30? Oh, 30 is 86. That's pretty nice. But the difference is where I'm at is very, very dry air. The 86 over in the East Coast, or anywhere that's very humid, and over like Europe and area, you're pretty humid there, right? So this would be hot. 35. Oops, not 35 is where you cease to function. Yeah, I mean, it's hot, that's for sure, but this is like our normal. 95 to about 100 is generally 100 is generally the highest it hits here for the most part. You were feeling it? Yeah. Yep. So anyways, I don't know if you just saw it. I was showing the tutorial that I made. It took me all week, but I got it. Here, let me run it again. Yeah, I wanted something that helps like the player the first time you go through it, right? And for obviously for like debugging, I can turn that stuff off, but it's coming along. And I have it so the game auto saves in between rooms. And then the very first battle is all the tutorial stuff. So, well, I got a mix of things, I think. I'd like to, was last night or 2 nights ago, I expanded the inventory. So now we have the orange, which is your normal menu stuff, right? Clickable menus. Yeah. Yeah. I got both. I mean, well, some stuff, right? So I can hit I to open up the inventory. And it allows you, here, we'll go, if we talk to Brewer, the barkeep, right? So we have inventory. You can click on stuff to buy it or sell it. The other, like 2 nights ago, I just expanded the inventory. It was the original 9 right here in the orange. But now I've added the blues. And then we also have the greens, which are like quick items. But the blue, I'm going to use for items. Like your sword. Like, so adding new types of weapons. That'll be there. And then gear, like a helmet, armor, that kind of stuff. And I think for this game, it's not going to be visual looks, right? So the character is always going to kind of look like this, but it will be a stat change. Yeah. So you'll be able to see stuff here, and then I want to add in a stat window probably right next to it, because as you do stuff, your stats are going to change. Yeah, I don't know if I could get it. I don't know if I'll be able to make it so that when you put on a piece of armor, it changes the visual of the character, right? I don't know yet. I feel like that's just going to be a lot of extra work. Yeah. And a lot of other ones don't, right? You don't always have the graphic change. You just have sometimes like a stat change. So I'm going to have that add a little stat window here, you know, and it'll be fine, I think. Community, welcome in, Q. Nice to see you. How you doing this morning? But that's kind of where I'm at. You're all right? Excellent. Waiting on CPU bracket. Oh, okay. Alright, so I know items are going to probably be one of the things I'm going to be working on. I'd like to work on some skill stuff too. I do have it. So we have 2 different skills currently. Some of the text is a little off too, but that's all right. Your intel said it wanted it to die. That's no good. No good. Did you run into like a heat issue or something? All right. So the 2 skills that I have, and we'll do a little cheating here. It is P. So when you hit P in debug, it automatically gives you the first 3 quests done. So it brings you up to like level 3. Then we have skill points that we can use. So the first one boosts your overall health by 10 points. And my current second skill is Dancing Blades, which is an AoE attack that will target all enemies at once. Your CPU's been degrading over time. It was one of the 14th gen i9s with known stability issues. Yeah. I mean, that's still too bad, though. All right, let's come in and go through a fight. All right, we got one with 3, right? So you come in, you do, because we have the special now. You can do, this shows up, right? You can do a special attack, Dancing Blade, hit it, and it attacks all the enemies on screen at once. And then we'll end our turn, let the enemies attack. There we are. And then we'll do attack, special, Dancing Blade. There. One little guy. Yeah, so I think that part's doing pretty well. I like how the tutorial turned out. Flames, you had you worried for a second, but yours is 9th generation. I don't know. I mean, the stuff they're so hard to deal with now. I feel like they're designed to break more, but I mean that just might be me. And of course, yeah, then they stop supporting things, right? So it's out of support, all that fun stuff. Yeah. Let's go into Azure Lake for Intel. Yeah. All right. I don't here. Let me restart the game. Wait, they have a gasket. Hi, Jeepin. Who's got a gasket? Disregard. Who's got? I was like, what? Is work already getting you? So, for those that missed it, last night, Jeepin streamed, right? But she played Mecha Chameleon, and I don't know, there was what, like 6 people in it. It was so much fun. It's a lot of fun when you get a whole lot of people out. You're locked out of the hub. Doors broke. How did the door break? I mean, I know how the door broke. Like, people break the door. But, like, that's not good. Well, that's fun times, right? I mean, you know what? I guess that means you can't work and you just need to come home. So, Well, you're just going to have to get security. Let them know that you're going to bust open the door. Be like, look, you need to sit here for the day. I am breaking the door. Yep. All right. It did. It took me like all week to make this tutorial. I got it so it explains a couple parts, right? It talks about the control panel or the character panel. Talks about who's up next, your attack stuff, how it works, the battle focus, and that was kind of it. So outside of that, I was thinking about having a tutorial for the first time you open your, open the store. Right? So you go talk to Brewer, you open the store, and there'll be a tutorial. I also have it so these chests are showing up correctly now. They do make a little bit of noise. They got some action to it, but you're mostly just getting one reward, which is copper right now. And this is what I was talking about. So, like, when the first time you go in and you talk to Brewer and you open the store, I was thinking about having it point to different things. There's not much here, but you can, buy or sell this stuff. Buy here, sell here. Have it show you, or even maybe the first time you open your inventory as well. Have it tell you, oh, these are going to be your item slots. And eventually I want to put little icons in here of like a sword for like the weapon slot, armor, that kind of stuff. And orange is your items, and then green is your quick items. And we'll buy fish. The overall, like when you're in this style menu with the chatting, it's all keyboard, right? It's a mix. There is some stuff you do with the mouse, but yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Jeepin. Like, I can't come help you. I mean, you left, you took your Jeep. I guess I could, but yeah, I would just be like, I would let security know, be like, look, we're opening up the door that is broken for IT. The alarms will go off. What else? Like I said, I was working on this. I kind of still fixed some of the text up here, but we got 2 skill points down, and I guess we could talk about some skills, right? So one of the things here, let me find this. We'll bring out some of these. Previously talked about like skill points, like what could be used for that stuff, right? I think that's it right now. All right, so we know we have 2 skills. We have HP plus 10. And we'll put it like right here. And then we have one that's here. Let me match it up here a little bit. And this one is Dancing Blades and AoE attack. All right. There. I haven't come up with more ideas yet. I mean, we've talked about some stuff. We talked about like battle skills, utility skills, which kind of makes me think, oh, I should probably make like 2 lines of it. Right? So in which case we would want a... You can put one here. And maybe we make this like utility. And we make this like the battle. Right? And then branch from there. And I guess it depends on which direction you want to go with it, right? So you have utility, battle. If there was going to be any more, maybe do like different directions with them. There. Yeah. The other battle, right? So we have battle style ones. But the other thing is we grab that. Put that right here. This is the player. And I was thinking about almost the exact same thing, or at least maybe 1 or 2 little rows of skills for the companions. And I'm thinking there's going to be like 3. Let me... All right, let's close the game. There. But that's just kind of where I'm at. All right. We have utility skill, battle skill. And then the concept is we also have the ability. We can either do single or multiple point node. Multiple point node or single, right? What would be a good utility one to start with? What about control or heal? All right, so we have the very, very first one we get. Is currently a increase of your HP, right? So and again, if anybody wants to join it, you can join the web whiteboard here. You just need to, I think it's at the top of chat, pinned is the link for it. You can come in, you can draw, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. Or you don't want your PC. I'm laughing. I know it's not funny. I'm laughing, but yeah, I get you. That sucks. I've had that. I hate when the stuff in my computer does not want to work. It really bugs me. Yeah. Oh, I know. This one does pretty good. It's got a liquid cooling only. It's got a liquid cooling system, but only on the CPU, right? So it has like a radiator looking thing at the top of the case that pulls the air in and then cools down the liquid. The liquid goes to the CPU, cools it, and then comes back up to be recooled. No, well, it is more like CPU, master cool CPU cooler. Looks like this, something like this. Not this particular one, but like that. It looks pretty close to this. Is that what you mean by that? Okay. Yeah, it's just a radiator system for this. It doesn't have like a full liquid cooling like pump. You know, someday I want like a full the ones like this, where it's like a full system. One day, it's like someday I want one of those. Right? Yeah, exactly. I want it so that this has the canister, you know, way too much liquid near your PC. Yeah. But the liquid is more the mineral oil to help cool it. And the mineral oil is non-conductive. So if it leaks, it doesn't actually hurt the machine. Yeah, it's not like water. And the other thing, okay, so we're going to take a minute here. The other thing I want to do, all right. The other thing I want to do is make a full submerged computer in the mineral oil, just for the fun of it. I think that would be a really fun project, right? You can make a essentially almost like a fish tank, but don't put fish in it, of your computer, but it's all in like mineral oil. And it stays cold cooler that way. So someday that'll be another project of mine. I think I would do it on like one of my like extra computers somewhere and tear it apart and put it into here. Even if it's a laptop, I tear apart. I think that'd be fun. All right. Close off some of those. Okay. So, What do we got? Oh yeah, we were talking about some sort of healing, right? We have like a honed muscle one so far. Level 1, reduce heavy attack. Your action point, intense focus. Maximum efficient defense. Maximum level 3, increased focus bar. Has some reduction to it. Maybe a combo fighter using a light attack has a 20% chance to restore 1 AP and maximum of 3 per turn. It could be something like that. All right, suggestions, chat. What if you had the ability to design some skills or a character? What would we have? And then, all right, so I blocked it off. We have battle and we have utility for the battle group and the utility group. We still have 2 others, or one more. And Trisp, you're lurking. I appreciate the lurk. It's nice to see you. I was in lurking earlier while you're playing some Stall Zone. I trip on that all the time now. I still want to say Stallcraft, but that's all right. What do we got here? When starting battle with empty slots. Okay. So, strategist. If the reactions were performed in the green zone, last action deals double damage. Could be a good one. All right, so out of these, for starting, I kind of like the combo fighter. Here. Team player shouldn't be first. It should start to show up later, when you should have already found your companion by then. Let's take this. Let's put that there. Right? So now we'll have that. All right. So we have our battle, we have our utility, and then from here would be like additional lines. And maybe it's not a straight row. Maybe it goes up, right? With a couple branching off from it. It'll go like that. And we can have like support ones. Maybe are off to the side on it. Yeah, maybe something like this. So to do these, you need you complete this one, then you have this, and here, right? But to get to the little ones, you have to complete this one first. And it goes like that. So let's think of some other utility skills and let's try to work that one out. Let's grab this one. Right. Yeah. Oh, I at one point I had talked about rolling over your action points. I thought about doing it when I was using minimum action points. But I don't know. So we're gonna put that in here though. There. Let's go like that. Let's take the battle, put that there. All right, so right off the bat, you'll be able to do your 10 HP, or yeah, plus 10 HP on the second one. Currently, we have AoE. Battle, utility. What's another good, like, skill category? Anyways. We'll make this one just go straight up. Right? It may be... Let's do that. We're applying an elemental. Like to your attacks. And then we'll do an arrow. Take that. There. Right. We have super heavy attack. Use all remaining AP for strong attack. That sounds like it could be something too. All right, let's put that in there. All right. And we're switching music channels. I don't really like this, what it's doing. Come on, give me my channels. There we are. All right, we're gonna switch over to like chip tunes. I'm already signed in. There we go. All right. So then the other thing I'm thinking about is making ones for each of the companions, right? And I don't know what highlight text, what's this? Border, text color. It's fine. So we'll say that's a companion. And like that's a companion. And they all start off with the same sort of thing. Right? And then it varies from there. Because each companion is going to be a little different. All right. Let's save this. Let's close this project. Let's open up the skill tree builder. And we run it. And let me try to remember this. There. Oh, what did I call the file? There we are. All right, so this is currently what I've got. What is the free movement? I don't remember. But this is it. So we want to add. How do I move this? Well, we could leave it, I guess. We'll put one right over here. So if I want to create a new node, there we are. And then from here, maybe go there. Right? I think that works. Yep. All right, so we said if 3 actions were performed in the green zone, last action deals double damage. So let's what do we have? Level 1 DB. This is node the ID for the node. There. We'll call it a level 1 utility. Well, I guess that was the no, this is the name. Yep. All right, so there we have it, right? Let's find a new. We want a frame on there. I think that's good. We want a new sprite, or like an icon at least. For now. Let's just add. I don't know. We'll do that. There. All right. I see ads are approaching. It's the first one for the top of the hour. And when they hit, I am going to take a be right back. I need to get some more coffee. And then uncover Arwen. All the fun stuff, right? So we have Strategist, Dancing Blades. Next one, we're calling this what's this one? Level 2 utility. And we're gonna call this Restoration. All right. There are the ads. All right. We're going to take a quick be right back. I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight, get up and stretch, do what you need to. Just see you back here. All right. Alrighty, I'm back. So, where were we? All right, for strategists, what is our description? Let me open that for a minute. If 3 were performed in the green zone, last action deals damage. All right. So what I did was I entered the description. If 3 actions were performed in the green zone, last action deals double damage. All right. And we have restoration. What else do I need on here for now? Nothing. All right, so our restoration, let me open this again. We are saying max level 3. Ending, if I can spell, ending your turn in the green zone restores HP by 3, 4, or 5. Let's make it by 3%. Right? So if we set this to ending your turn in the green zone, and it restores your HP by 3%. And we want to change the sprite. Well, these are just like filler ones, but let's just give it a plant. All right, 2. Now we need to draw a line, right? Skill. Draw skill node, hovered. I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Right? There. Okay. I think that's good. Because, all right, so this only does it by 3% right now. If we could, can we make a mini node? What is... You have node group, snap. If I make a new one here... Well, we can leave it like that for right now. What were we talking about for over here? We have this. Why is it all weird? What did I do? It was probably because I kept moving this. Yeah. Oh, all right. Hold on. Let's export this. Same thing. 8 RPGV2. _RPGV2. All right, to show it, we're going to F4. We're going to copy this, right? Enter the ID of the skill tree 8 RPG V2. All right, so we're going to close it. We're going to save this. We're going to go back into the game. But now we're going to come here. The only problem, all right, so we're going to put this under here for a minute because I didn't want it to overwrite a few things. So this one's okay. This one is okay. So anything after that should be these. Right? So we're going to piece stuff together here. There. That should work. All right, let's just see if it shows up, right? We're going to start the game. So the skill tree builder is done in a different project. You save it and you export it, essentially copying it to your clipboard. You put it in, and then you can edit your file, right? Yeah, it's up. All right, we got some of it. Strategist and our well, we didn't name this one. I feel like it didn't save everything, or I didn't copy everything right. Well, Yeah, we need to do this. So we're going to undo this. I need my notes. Let's make a new notepad, copy it in. There. All right. So if we start at the top, this one is good. Or maybe that's the problem. And at the very top of this, all right, I think we need to do it again. So we'll save. Close the project. We'll open up the skill tree builder. And we import 8 RPG v2. All right, that is currently what we have. That's 64. This is 64, 64, 64. All right. We want F4, 8 RPG v2. So now we copied it to the clipboard, and we're going to paste it all in here. Right? So it's in the notes. Now we'll close this. We'll come in and open up our skill tree. And the very first one is the actual skill tree, right? Then we have this. Right? Yep. And then after that, we have our this one. Oops, I mean this one. And this one already has stuff edited to it from in here, right? But then, let's see, we want node 2. And these things are not in the order I would normally think they were, but it's fine. Do this. Tab. All right. Next, after the node 2, we have this one, our dancing blades. After dancing blades, I think I accidentally copied them. I did. So this gets taken away. So after our dancing blades, we have our level 1. Strategist, this is our array. Template start. All right. I think that should work. Let's do a quick start. All right. Looking better. All right. I don't have some of the graphic stuff in here, but yeah, we're starting to expand our tree a little bit. And Jeepin, are you locked out still? Did they fix it? Did they get you in? Yes, you're still locked out. We are waiting for them to fix it. Gotcha. Well, that makes for a non-productive morning, unfortunately. Because your laptop is in the hub, right? You didn't bring it, you don't have it with you. Yeah. That, I was going to say, not only calls, but that would be a, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Maintenance is there. They should be able to open it. Yeah, you should bring it with you. Yeah, I mean that, and you just always should have your laptop. But that's all right. It's fine. It's being handled excellent. All right. So what we're doing right now is we're working on skills, right? Trying to add some more into it. Slowly getting it. That's all. The game is coming along. We have first requests are completed. You can this is the cave. Let me close that one. I want room cave marsh. Yeah. We're getting there. What? Oh, I know what we can test. Oh yeah, I was working on this too. Check it out. I made a little fishing area that is only accessible by the bridge, which you'll end up having to have restored by a builder. Right? Oh, and you may like this. I think it's, what was it called? Hold on. It's called this. It is a modern storytelling toolkit to help you expand upon your stories, right? It helps you organize everything for book writing, right? One of the things I wanted to do, because I mean, kind of miss it and want to get back to it, is I have a ton of like poems and stories and everything else that I've written up in notebooks upstairs, right? Most of it is on the computer, like in a document, but it's just documents, not organized like this. I think I really want to get back to writing a little more and working to build the story out. Now, part of that is I want to make it so that the story branches off and allows me to build out the story for the game. So that's the software I'm going to be using for it. And I heard that. Good morning, Banuch. How are you doing? And thank you for the Sophie treat. She was already on her way over here. She was like, I heard Panuch's name. Good news, Panuch. Good news. You are second for doing the Sophie treat, but you beat Brent. So, yeah, he has not been in yet. He's currently streaming still. Yeah, he's currently out over streaming, which is awesome, right? And I just heard it. Another Sophie treat from Starfish. Good morning, Starfish. Sophie's currently chomping away on the first one. Are you ready? Oh, she's ready. Don't swallow it. Lay down. All right. It takes her a little bit to chew them because she only has 4 teeth. So she just sits there and gnaws on them a little bit. All right. Anyways, this is the storytelling stuff that I want to use to help me break out a lot of the stories that I've written in the past. And maybe it'll go somewhere, but it will help me break out the pieces out of the story that I want to use for the game. So, we're going to be using that. And we want to put in our skeleton boss. Like right there, right? We're going to test them. So we're going to start the game and we're going to run and just see if it crashes real quick. Anyways, I think last night with you, Panuch, Jeepin, Silver, and Homeless was absolutely hilarious. That was a lot of fun. I had to keep muting. I was laughing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So you can do it from Steam store. Somewhere on here, hold on. in here. How do I get to it? From here. New. There's a store for the game. Maybe it's on the workshop. Here we are. Yes. So you can go to this link, right? It will take you to the Mecha Chameleon shop, and you can look at all these different maps, right? Such as the Minecraft map for it, right? And all you do is you subscribe to it, and it downloads it, and the next time you start the game, it will be there. And they're free, right? If we get everyone on the same, like, to download the same maps, we will be able to play it. There was an update. Yeah, I think yesterday had an update too. But yeah, I definitely like the Minecraft one. There's another one called the Minecraft House. There was, this one, Tiny Tina's Borderland one. Right? So that's what I did. So I have two of them. I have the Minecraft one and this one. But yes, you can go and get these. I think it's hilarious. And multiple people are making them for it, which is awesome. Yeah. And the one I have is just the regular Minecraft. There's a couple, like the garden and some other ones, but it's just called Minecraft. This one. Yeah. Oh, and there's one called the Viking Dinner. Dinner? Too many quests. Okay, so that one's popular right now. I should make one. True. I have no idea. I don't even know what they make it on. That would be neat though. It would be like 2D version of like Paint, right? That would be funny. But all of a sudden you're in like 2D. All right. Here, we have a tutorial. Let me go get rid of the tutorial real quick. And then we'll go test out that boss real fast. So the tutorial that it took me all week to do, is the first time you're in combat, right? It shows you the character panel, the up next, the action area, and your focus bar. And then just says good luck, you know? So we'll end that. Tutorial has been done. Oh, whoops. All right, we're going to go into the marsh. No, stay away. All right, this is the what I'm working on for the boss. Oh, it doesn't bring you into the battle yet. All right. We still have some work to do with him. What? Yeah, he's going to be the boss, the first one you're going to run into, and he's going to be in the caves, right? So you have the first layer has tiny skeletons. Second layer, you're going to have different types of enemies. It's also where you're going to find your companion. And then after you rescue your companion, you have a couple more little fights, and you come into where the boss is. Once you go there, you'll be able to fight the boss with your companion and hopefully, defeat the boss. But that's going to be your first real boss. So that's like quest 4 or 5, maybe 5. I think it's 5th one in. All right, and like I said, I made a new little area. And I need to make a builder NPC that'll have its own set of quests to be able to for them to come over here and fix the bridge, and then you'll be able to come down here. And you can only get to it via this bridge. I changed the layout a little bit. Yeah. So it's coming along. And I'm working on doing this zone. Yeah, kind of like an old, Game Boy Zelda stuff. I mean, those games were what I was brought up on. Yep. And we have, we have 3 zones, well, 4 really. 4 zones right here. We have the marsh, the deep marsh, the town in the grasslands, and the ancient forest. Yes, the area you want to get to, but you can't. And you will be able to see it, but you won't be able to get to it. Not for a while. And I got to figure out what to put in there to make it worth getting there. Charles the 8th, what AI agent am I using? I am not using an AI agent. So the graphics are a purchase asset for commercial use, right? So I have somebody that I work with that handles the graphics. I purchased these from them. Well, I want to say maybe 90%. Probably 90%. I've been starting to work on my own stuff too. I just don't always have the time, and I'm just not very good with it. Coding, I do here on stream. So there is not an AI agent that I use for this, right? I don't feel like I'm at the point where I should be able to use an AI agent. Here's my thing. If you want to use it, you should understand the coding well enough to be able to quality check the AI. Because that's what you have to do, right? If, let's say I ask it to write me a function, right? And I say, I don't know, let's write me this function, check level up. And it writes it, but it's wrong, right? I'm not going to be able to check it if I don't know how to do it. I am almost 2.5 years now into learning programming, learning game dev, right? I don't feel personally that I could allow AI into my project without being able to check it. You've always been interested in learning, and that would hinder you. I would think so, right? Or I mean, like, you know, it would. So I want to know how to do it first, right? It's kind of like you have to learn art. You got to learn color before you can break some of the rules in art, right? You have to learn the basics before you can bend it. I am not there yet. I know really good, good amount. I struggle with coding still. But if I had something write it for me, one, I would have no idea what it was doing. It would take me forever to go back through and figure out what it's doing so I could understand my project. Things that are helpful to use with AI at this particular point are organization of your files, right? If you made a spreadsheet and you're like, you want data pools. So as an example, let's say I'm like, does this show up? No. I have a spreadsheet here in Excel, right? Old school. So I use Excel. On there, I have like enemies, quests, player info, item data. Here, let me see if I can show it. Or never mind. But I would say, what is the current amount of XP a player needs to get to level 4? And it would check my data and pull that up. That would be a good use for it. And Trisp, how are you doing? I hope the Stall Zone games are going well for you today. All right, but Charles, that is kind of where I would be with it, right? This particular projects, that kind of stuff, not where I'm at with AI. I use AI all day long with work, and I use different agents and everything else that are for the company. But on my own, I am not at a point where I feel like I could use AI and be able to quality check it correctly. So I don't use it. Right? Let me find, what would be a good look here? Browser here. I think image, display capture, game capture. Oh, is there a window capture? Yeah. I will make window capture on my Excel. Right? So I have an Excel sheet. This is what I was talking about. That keeps all my data. This would be a good use for AI. And say, you can ask it questions, right? And be like, hey, how much XP does it take to get to, I don't know, level 4, right? And it'll check the quest one and pull that information up. What is the day and night cycle times? Pull it up, right? That kind of stuff. You want to use it like a tool, not as a replacement for your knowledge and skill. So, there's just that, right? And I heard it. Homeless, welcome in, and thank you for the Sophie treat. That's it. There we are. I feel like it's already hot, but it's not. All right, it's only 70. Sophie, yes. Sophie's a good girl. Yep. Anyways, that's kind of my take on AI, right? Using AI is not wrong. Using AI in our daily lives, not wrong. I feel like you should know how to do things before you choose to use it so that you're able to verify the information. I'm just not there yet. And I'm enjoying the learning process, right? That's why most of my projects on here were all these smaller 3-month projects for me to learn. I'm enjoying it, right? It's a hobby. And so I'm just having fun with it. Homeless. It's up there a little ways, but let me repost it. This is the link to Mecha Chameleon's shop, right? On the shop, you can go find all these different rooms that have been made. And as long as you and everybody else that is playing has that room, you'll be able to use it, right? So there's like Minecraft ones. There is a Tiny Tina one from Borderlands, all kinds of stuff. So that is where you want to go. I have 2 right now. I have the Minecraft one and the Tiny Tina one. Jeepin is going to get the same ones. And the next time we play, we're going to try to make sure everybody has the same one, and we'll play some different rooms. Yep. I think it'll be a lot of fun. You're unable to get to Minecraft map. Is it giving you like this? Yeah, you're getting an error. Yeah. Yeah, there are so many people trying to get the maps right now that their quests are timing out. Because you got to remember, Mecha Chameleon is sold now over 10 million copies, right? As these are coming in, these are super popular, and people are on here all the time trying to download it. So the requests kind of time out a little bit. But yeah, the Minecraft one, yeah, it's timing out on me. Jeepin this morning keeps getting better. What is going on now? They even have a bikini bottom. That's funny. So what's going on, Jeepin? You are in the hub now, but apparently there's a Sev 2 that will be popping up soon. All right, while you're in the hub, there is a Sev 2. Now, is the Sev 2 for the door or a Sev 2 in the building? Either way, if it's no for the building. Okay, well, there's not much you'll be able to do for a Sev 2, right? It'll page the correct engine, like the engineer, that kind of stuff. You'll get some help on it. Not to worry. It's all good. And you're going to need security. Unless they fix the door, you'll need security to sit there and hang out in front of your IT door. That's it. All right. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so like AI stuff, right? AI is great, right? Don't get me wrong. I think AI has lots of potential to help. You got to use it as a tool and use it correctly, right? Don't use it to just replace a skill that you could learn. That's all, right? Learn the skill, then use it to assist you, but you need to be able to check AI. That's it, right? Like I said, there is nothing wrong with it. I'm not at the point where I feel like I could use AI on here because I'm not going to be able to check its work. Which is why I did a whole bunch of 3-month projects. I'm trying to learn and get better. I've only been coding and doing game design like 2 years, almost 2.5 years. So I'm not at the point where I feel like I could use it to generate and do my own, like the code for me. I can't do that yet. I need to be able to check it, you know. Plus, I don't know. I'm enjoying this process. I'm enjoying learning the right stuff and watching it work. And sometimes it takes me a while, and that's fine. Like it took me all week to get the tutorial to work. So, but I got it to work, and I'm happy with it. So, there's that, right? And I hear that a dungeon. I'll join you on that. All right. Stinkiness. Yeah. All right. Let me tone the music down just a little bit. There we are. The cave is coming along. I have a couple enemies on the top level, not a whole lot. We have it so that when you defeat an enemy, there is a chance you're going to get a treasure chest. Right now, right, chat? Right now, it's only copper, like money that you're going to get. We're going to work on, here, let me go in the game again. I'm going to work on items. I started expanding the inventory, the look of it, to allow me the slots to start to put items into it. And I don't know if you can hear her. Hi, Arlen. But somebody is sitting behind me chatting away. Not real loud, but she's chatting. Yeah. All right. This, I got to rework, still finish it up. But this is going to be the new inventory bag look. Excuse me. We have 9 inventory slots, right? And I made them orange. So I did this the other night, Wednesday, I think it was. So we have the original 9 slots. We have 3 for the quick slots. And we have 6 for items and gear. Like your weapon is going to be one of them. I'll make like little icons inside them. So helmet, armor piece, that kind of stuff. And then I don't know what else here. So this side will probably be like helm, chest piece, but that'll include the pauldrons, and the vanguards, which are like your armored arm pieces. That'll all be part of it, so they're not going to be separate. And then legs, which will have legs and boot, like your shoes. And over here, I was thinking a weapon slot and 2 extra item slots. I haven't figured out what yet. What else? I redid the copper coins, or the coins. I'm going to move these now that I increased the size. I'm going to move this up to here. And I want to do one more panel. So this whole thing is going to get shifted to the left a little bit. And I want one more panel here. And that panel is going to be the stats, right? Because now on paper, as you swap out weapons and gear, your stats are going to change. Yeah. Oh, another good use for AI would be to help balance the currency in the game. That's a hard thing to do. I have struggled with that in some of my other games, trying to balance the cost of things versus like what to buy them at, what to sell things at, the buying and selling of like gear, everything else. I've struggled in balancing. So I think that would also be a good use for AI. Hopefully, right? And we started earlier in stream, we started expanding our skill tree, right? We have our utility side, which we're working on, and then our battle side. Yeah. And like I said, we have our tutorial, which is on the very, very first combat that you do. We have our other zone here, the harbor. That's pretty much built. And we have a couple NPCs in here. We got homeless, you're in here. Homeless juniors in here. A whole bunch of sheep everywhere. And I got to work on the docks down here. I'm thinking I might redo the end of this, and maybe one of these ships will be up here. They're not objects yet, by the way, so it looks like you can walk on it. And I'm going to make it so that one of them comes in and looks like it. Once I make it an object, I'll make it come in and look like it docks and then leaves again. The weather system is working pretty good. You can't really hear it with the music going, but I can hear the rain. Bob up and down, yes. That's a good idea. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, we fixed the copied this over from the skill points, or the skill builder. So we're done with that because we got that. So we're going to add in ships, bob up and down by pixels, for motion. Perfect. And we have 3 different weather patterns right now. We have stormy, which it is right now. We have sunny and cloudy. And then we also have a day and night cycle. So right now it's daytime. It is about 3 in the afternoon there. And we can make it like nighttime, which I still need to make it, I think, a little darker. But you can see all the lights coming on from the like the lantern type stuff, right? We have one NPC that is currently only available at nighttime. So there's checks and balances there that as soon as it becomes nighttime, the witch appears and you're able to interact with the witch. Yeah, we have the quest for Paul the Lumberjack to come here and open up the access into the ancient forest, right? So we have that quest working. We have Zeb up here, or Gleb. Gleb has the quest to do the tool, right, for shearing the sheep. So there is some resource gathering. Also, ads are just about to go off. When they do, I'm going to take a very quick be right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee. Oh, they're on time today. All right. I'm going to take that be right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee, and I will see everybody in just a few moments. So hang tight. All right. I'm back. So yeah, I think the game's coming along pretty good, right? I have still to work with the blacksmith, which is up here a little bit. Is Itch having trouble? Let me see. If I refresh this, well, it'll probably crash, right? Yep. I see it just spinning. It happens, you know. Handshake failed. Yep. It's just having an issue. No biggie. It happens. All right. Oh, Simon, have you seen the tutorial? I'm pretty happy with it. The rat one, yeah. Well, it's on the first combat, right? So happens to be rats. When you come in on the very first fight, and I think I've already done it. Yeah, I did. Oh no, this is it. All right. So on the very first fight, on your turn, you'll get the tutorial. Like I said, it took me all week. I'm pretty happy with it though. I have it with a line pointing to the character panel, and it talks about it. Then you hit space to continue it. It shows you the next area. Then it talks about the action ones and the battle focus. And then after that, the combat tutorial is done, right? You can go through, you can do all the fights. There. And like I said, when there's a chance, well, right now it's almost 100%, but yes, I did. It is now synced. I had one thing wrong on one of the arrays that kept some of the health information. It was not syncing because the characters are different, right? So there's the object player, which is the one you see here that runs around the world. But then there is an object battle player. And the information between the two is kept into an array, and it pulls the information out, being like health, other stats, XP, that kind of stuff. So it transfers between the player and the battle player. I had something wrong that wasn't correctly transferring the information. So once I reorganized my array and fixed how it was, it made it work. But we have treasure chests now that show up after a battle, and when you open it, depending on how many coins you get, it has 1 coin or shows like 2 coins on it, right? Yeah, and that took me, what was that, 3 weeks? 3 weeks, I think. It took me to figure that one out. Again, sometimes things just take me a while. All right, so now that we finished the tutorial, we could go and you continue combat. Tutorial won't show up. Okay. We have added a few new skills this morning, earlier on the first hour of stream, right? So we now have Strategist, which is if the reactions were performed in the green zone, last action deals double damage. I have it, but it's not connected. And then Restoration. So ending your turn in the green zone restores HP by 3%. Right? That's the first one. The only two that are really active right now are the health boost and Dancing Blades. So to do that, we're going to cheat. We hit P, and it grants me the first 3 levels of XP, which then allows me to have 2 skill points, because you get 1 skill point per level, to do this, which increases my overall health points by 10, and Dancing Blade, which is an AoE attack. So now we can come in here. We'll let him attack. We go to special, Dancing Blade, and you see how all of them are targeted? And it does damage to every single one of them at once. All right, not enough, so we'll end our turn. Yeah, I think I think it looks okay. I like the way the sort of blade spin looks on it, right? We'll do it again. Like that. I think that's coming along. Yeah. So let me minimize this for a minute. Let me open up EightBitsaByte. All right. I was working on so this is what you see for the blade stuff. It's really just sort of like a pinwheel. I need to refine these a little more in here. I want to make it so that it shows blades, like swords, better. Right now, it's just kind of like a pinwheel stuff. You like this? Well, that's fine. All right, so we got you like the skill icons. Okay, so right now, let me open that in here. Let me find it here, right? So this is what we got, right? I only have the 2. So Dancing Blades and Health Boost. They are pretty, well, they're close. They're high res, but this is 64 pixels right here. Should be. Yeah, that's my 64 by 64. So it's still pixelized. It's just 64 by 64. So that's it. In the game, these ones I don't have icons yet for. The new 3 that I did this morning. But here I kind of do. And it depends. Like if you're zoomed in, they kind of look okay. But yeah. I can see it. I can see that. No, it's not out of the question. Like, I understand. I can see it. But I don't know what else to do with them right now. So maybe we'll just call them placeholders for now. Right? Yeah, because that's these. Okay. So for now, I think what we're going to do, we'll just call these things like placeholders. All right. And if we go back to the whiteboard, come here. This is kind of where we're at right now with designing the skill tree. We have our HP plus 10, which is our base one. Then we have under the battle column our dancing blades. Then we have a utility column. I'm not sure if there's going to be a third one yet or not, but I am planning for 2 companions, right? So at some point your whole team could be made of 3 people, like 3 characters, right? This one is our player skill tree. This one is going to be the companion. Tavian, his skill tree I haven't figured out yet. It needs to be a little different. They're all going to start with a base of like adding 10 HP. And I don't know what style companion this one will be. Damien is a ranged fighter. So uses a bow, that kind of stuff. And maybe this one's magic. Yeah. So there is going to be like a magic shop, I guess, to work and do stuff with, I don't know, your weapons or whatever yet, but there will be something like that. All right. Yeah. I don't have icons yet for any of these other ones. So, yeah. And I'll wait until Simon comes back. Well, let me open it. Let me think where that is. I want to show you this. Is it in here? Yeah. So, you can't see me searching, which is too bad. But, oh, here. I have, like this. Watch, we'll do this. So here's the problem, the Simon, right? Let's put it over here. I have those. I have these. Where did it just go? Here. And we'll do one more. And I'll open this into EightBitsaByte and I can show you my problem. And this is probably where you're getting your idea from, right? Oh, I can only open one of them. All right, we'll open up that one. All right, so these are all the skill stuff that I have, right? And if you want to look at them, you can join the web whiteboard by the link at the top, and you can come in and zoom in on them. They are a bigger size. That's my problem. So this is 256 by 256 pixels. So I resized it down to 64 by 64 to make it look okay for the skill tree, right? And I think that's the problem. So this is 64 by 64. Oops. and we'll copy that and we'll put it into here. Right? So that is our 64 by 64. And to show you the size difference, that is its original size. That's my problem, right? I bought those skill packs, right? A whole bunch of skill stuff. In it had all these sprites for the skills, but they were higher resolution, like you said. I made it down to 64 by 64, you know, and it looks okay. But yeah. And I think that's where the pixel high res look is coming from because of that. Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not wrong, right? They look fantastic, but you feel like they may be too good, if that makes sense. They look like something out of Path of Exiles, yes. I really liked them. They do look amazing. They are very high res, even when I reduce it. So 256 by 256 pixels down to 64 by 64. It still looks a little high res, right? At this moment, I don't quite know. I mean, the other thing is, like, we could take it, you know, and if we made a separate one, let's put it on it. Let's just make it like that. That sort of doesn't really help. All right, if we take it here and we copy it, and I move one over here, and if we, whoops, and if we make this 32 by 32, and then we cut it, and let's put it in here. There. Yeah, it's very well blended, right? So at 256, that's pretty nice. They're all this way too. All of these. Even blending it down, no, resizing it down, it makes it tough. So for now, they're considered, I don't know, we'll just consider them like placeholders until I can find a better set of skill icons. Yep. It does. The more you go down when compress it, it's essentially taking this all the way down to this, and it's going to blur. And you then get the issue, like an issue with it. So I don't know, but I think that's the cause of the high res pixel look, right? Okay, so there is in this pack. Let me open this up again. here. We do have ones that are 32 by 32. Here, let me grab this. And you can see them all. And we'll open up one here. There. So these are the 32 by 32 icons, already designed to that scale, right? Not ones that I have to try to resize. And looking at it, that's this. Right? And I think, let me open up this thing again here. It's got ones in like 6 sizes: 32 by 32, 48 by 48, 64 by 64. You know. It also has ones with rounded corners. The rounded corners provide, here, let me just we'll come here. We'll put this, oops. There. Oh, dang it. There we go. Okay. These are the 32 rounded corner. That's what it calls it, but I don't really see a rounded corner. No, wait, maybe there's a... Oh, hold on. Are these squared? I think it's a square corner. Square corner. Yeah. These ones have 32 by 32. The rounded corner do not. They're just straight up the way they are. Right? And we're at square corner 32 by 32 set number 3 is this. There. All right. Those are all the icons. But these ones over here are 32 by 32, designed to be that size, not already like reduced. Right? So because 32 of the same one, square corner 32, this, there, that's the 32 by 32 one for this. Now, if I switch the skills, because these are 64, these are using the 64 by 64, right? It could probably use a reduction to the 32 by 32, and that might be okay. Yeah. All right, so the 32s are the win. These are just, they're so nice looking, and you're not seeing a thing because A-Sprite's in the way. There we are. All right. These are just so nice looking. But you're 100% correct. They are higher level graphic than the rest of the game. You know, so these are more accurate. These are closer to what you're thinking. Oh, okay. I was like, is Itch having problems still? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, those are nice. Sizes 20. Oh, they don't have a 32. Sizes are 24 by 24, 48 by 48, or 96 by 96. Interesting. A 48 by 48 might be okay on here. Yeah. Yep. What is this? This is a free skill pack. License. Okay, so this asset pack can be used in both free and commercial projects. All right. And you can modify it. Credit is not necessary. Okay. I always try to look through the licensing. But yes, this is a good style. Yep. So those 32 by 32s kind of fit it as well. But yeah, I like that pack. At the same time, though, I feel like these aren't redesigned. They're just resized. Right? They're just taking this and doing this like what I did to get these. They're not redesigned to be a lower pixel. They are just resized to be the lower pixel. These ones kind of in between, right? But I feel like this is just a resizing ones. So something that is specifically drawn or designed to look like it's from a pixel game would probably be the best. Right? All right. So eventually there will be 3 different skill options, right? You'll have one for the player, you'll have one for companion number 1 and companion number 2. Then each one will be able to have a utility set and a battle set. Here. have you seen what it looks like with a companion fighting yet? No, stay away from me. Let me do this. Go here. Let's put them like right here. There. All right. So we'll put them right there in the middle of the map. We'll go ahead and get started. We'll pick up the companion and then go do a fight. Come on, OBS. There we are. All right, so we can talk to Tavian here. He's got a little bit of conversation with him because he's meant to be, you're finding him, that kind of stuff, and you're kind of rescuing. And sure, be glad to have you. Yeah. And you can't hear it, but there's two different tones for the conversation now. Right? So a little higher pitch for player and a little lower on the NPC. So the companion follows you all around, right? When you go to fight, the companion is going to be there. We'll ignore the tutorial. Let me just turn it off. Oh, yeah. I got to adjust it here. So on the panel, they're overlapping still. I just have to move it. That's all. All right. It is my turn here. So we'll just end turn because I want to show the companions fight. All right, on here we have auto attack, right? So you can either just tell your companion, just go ahead and attack. It'll automatically target ones that are lowest health, that kind of stuff. The nice thing about the companion, or at least this companion, is it uses a crossbow, so it can hit enemies in the second line. Or you can choose to attack. You know, we'll do like a light attack, and you can target which one you want, and it shoots an arrow, right? And that's kind of how the companion. The formation is just for looks. Right, so I just put the player first. Companions will be here because the other one will be down below. It'll be here. The formation on the enemy means something though. You have front row, which can only be attacked by melee. Well, no, that's not true. Front row is melee. For the player, right? You can only attack the front row. You can't get to the second row unless you have a skill or something that gives you the ability to like dash through the front row, right? Which is why I made this the second, like the first companion you really get as a ranged weapon. So if we attack the front row, and we kill the front row, the back row will take its place. like that. So now the back row has moved forward, and it can be attacked by all the players, right? Both the companion and yourself. So battle focus is kind of like you are in high focused, right? In the green. So let's do one more. We'll get into the green. It now gives you a bonus, right? An attribute. So you get +1 to your damage, and your AP costs 1 less. So you're able to do more. But if you hit the red, it has negative attributes to you. It hurts you. I'm trying to find one, get one that has a bunch of them. Okay, let's should run on this one. There we go. Okay, so we have 3, right? This should be enough to get me to there. Whoops. You're back, Jeepin? Welcome back. All right, we'll just do a light attack. Light attack. We'll do 1 heavy attack. That should bring me all the way up. Heavy attacks do a lot, right? So, yeah, +1 damage, negative costs, because now you're in the green. I'm muted? Hold on. Why am I muted? Oh, you muted me. You know, you're right. That's fine. All right. We hit heavy attack. It goes there. We're almost to the red. This may... Let's just end turn. Okay, so now we're in the red. Everything costs 1 extra AP. You're now considered like winded. You're tired. So it's a balance, right? If you're in the red, it's going to hurt you. Everything's going to cost a little extra. To solve that, you go to here and you do defend, which is kind of like focusing. It now lowers your focus bar so that you can try to keep in the green. It's just a extra level of strategic battle fighting, right? So there's ways to lower it, your attacks and stuff, raise it. Yeah. And I'm working on skills that will help you with that. So here under we have super heavy attack that can drain your AP. We have things that change like this, strategist. If 3 actions were performed while you're in the gray zone or in the green zone, the last action you do has double damage. Yep. So there's skills that will be able to help give you bonuses as well for that. But yeah, I think it's just an additional thing to the game that adds a little bit of strategy to it, because now you'll be able to combo between you and your companion and work on this to, you know, to figure out how you want to do it. That's why when I made the companion, I made it so that you could either just do auto attack or choose how you want it to work. Try to give you a couple different ways to do stuff based on how a person would want to play it, right? And yes, Jeepin should be marathoning Mecha Chameleon. Yep. And if you missed it last night, Jeepin Annie streamed Mecha Chameleon, and there was 6 of us all playing together, including Starfish, Panuch, Homeless, and Silver, and it was so much fun. Yep. Yep. All right. Anyways, that's kind of how the overall battle stuff works. Yeah, and like I said, you have options right now with your companion on what they wanted to do. So we even had a level 7 hype train. Yes, you did. That's a pretty high hype train for you. That's awesome. All right, when you hit auto, it's just going to attack either, if they're both at the same HP, it's just a random one, right? If one's lower than the other, it'll automatically target the one with the lowest health points. Panuch posted a pic in the Discord. Nice. So, let's see what we got. I'm taking a look at this picture. That's a funny picture. Yeah. So, speaking of Discord, if anybody is not on it and wants to join it, there is the link to the Discord. Feel free to join. It's got a couple different roles right now. I'm working to try to clean that up a little bit, so it's really only 2. But, yeah, it's good. It's good. All right. This works pretty good. It's only giving copper right now, right? And it will eventually have like items and other stuff that you can be able to sell or use, whichever. But that's where I'm at today. I want to spend more time working on this. I'm going to swap out the size of the background here. Instead of it being 64, I'll use a different one that's designed more for this type of game. So I want to do that. I want to add in some items. I want to... I still need to make a couple extra NPCs, right? And this guy shows up in multiple places. He's kind of a mysterious figure right now. I haven't figured out quite what to do with him yet. But, and I want to finish up the cave today, I think. So I want to finish up here. I'd like to get some more enemies built for at least... even if it's not like the graphic to them yet, I want to get the enemies in here and work on the boss. But outside of that, I think it's going pretty good. Yeah. That's my goal for today. Outside of that, I don't have a whole lot other things I'm doing. So let's just switch over here. Like, I don't really have a whole lot, right? I am working on the Jeep. Not really right now. I'm gonna wait until after the 4th of July to do some stuff, and I am planning to make a drawer system into the Jeep. I do want to organize some stuff in the garage a bit today, which is partly why I had Jeep Intake her Jeep instead of my Jeep, so I could get on that side of the garage. But I think that's kind of it. That's kind of where I'm at for today. And yeah. What's everybody else doing today? All right. Let me see what we got. I generally only stream about 3 hours. We're kind of getting close to that, right? I think we'll be calling it so I could get a couple other things done, then come back and sit here and work on stuff. So we are looking at this. Okay, we're gonna go visit Brent. Starfish, you gotta pull weeds. If pulling weeds means tossing the husband, do so gently, please. That's all I ask. And Zyron, yard work, yeah. You already cleaned the toilets, not fair abuse. I mean, true. All right, there we are. We got a raid started. I appreciate I appreciate everyone for being here. I'm gonna work on stuff throughout today. Now tomorrow, same digital time, same digital place, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll spend about 3 hours again. Work and continue with whatever I can get done today, and we'll go over it tomorrow. But let's go visit Brent, and I hope everybody has a great day. Yeah. So have a good one, and I will catch you all later. Bye.